Hello. Okay. This message, I got this message this morning as I woke up. I woke up around 7 o'clock this morning, just after little 7 o'clock. The message is um, this life is like a training. When the test is done, our spirit, our real life, our real self leaves our bodies and go to rest until judgment day, or it will go directly to hell or heaven. This part is where God steps in, and this step is the outcome of our test, because when we die, our destiny is set. If we have the $10 or not, like the dream I had, if we kept God's 10 commandments, which no one can keep except Jesus. He kept it because he's remained holy, holy, holy. He died so that he died so that we can ask forgiveness of sin by his blood that flowed from his body. It was like a sacrifice. Just like how the Jews had to sacrifice an animal to get forgiveness, we, by just asking God forgiveness by his blood, we can get forgiven. But the only thing that God asks is, for Jesus did say, is that we must forgive others to get God's forgiveness. And of course, we have to have, we have to really mean it, because he can know if we mean it or not. Okay, then only then we would have the $10. The $10 I talked about in one of my, I had a dream when I was under the earth, and I saw it gotta be Jesus. I don't know who it is, but I saw him and he had the keys in his hand, and the door under the earth to go back up was locked. Okay, this and he had the keys, and I started to stamp up my feet, and I was like, why? They should have a sign up there so that anybody coming down, I didn't say much, but except that they should have a sign up there. They should have a sign up there. In my heart, I know, I knew my mom would never see me again. That's the only person I really thought of. In the dream, it's only a dream, and the person that I knew would have come looking for me, it was my mom, and she I don't know, I know she would have never know ever where I was ever been, where she would have never find me again, because where I was is under the earth, and how could she know I'm under the earth, so far under the earth? So I knew my mom would never know, and I knew my mom would think I'm going to heaven. She wouldn't have known I got stuck under the earth. So in the dream, I started to stamp my feet, and I was like, they should have a sign. And then he said, telemarket-ly, he said, if you promise to make a sign, I'll let you out. And I woke up. Okay, and I woke up. I was so happy that I woke up. I mean, I'm so happy that the dream had done, had finished, because I was stuck under the earth, and there was no way. The door was a big iron door. There's no way. There's no keys. And in the dream, you know, in the dream, I told the guy, it was a Caucasian person, tall. He was a distance away from me. I didn't see his face. All I knew, he was Caucasian. And all I knew is that he had the keys. And I didn't, in the dream, I was like, I hope it's stupid, but this is reality. This is what I had dreamt and what I thought in my dream. I was like, I hope he doesn't think I'll be with him to get the keys to get out, and or something like that. I mean, how could you think like that? That's so stupid. But that's what came into my mind, and I'm like, okay, I know I wouldn't be with nobody and stuff. But the thing about it is, when I shouldn't have said that, but that is what I had. That's the truth about the dream. I was like um I, all I knew is I thought of that, and then I woke up. But the thing about it is that if we die or if the rapture happens, who is filthy stay filthy. If we have sin in our life, sin, iniquity, transgression, we are going to hell. I mean, we mightn't go there directly one time because we are, judge people go to sleep until judgment, like Jesus said. Um, the person, the child that died or did they went to sleep. Yes, you go to sleep until judgment, but or you, we are not equipped to know everything that God knows. It's like He's our Father, He's our Creator, and if we don't know Him as a Father, know Him as a Creator because we came from somewhere. Okay, and He's yeah. So there's a little part that I want to share also quickly. Um, this test is is for everlasting death or everlasting life. We are alive. Everlasting death doesn't mean you die and you're gone. No, everlasting death is you're going to die and die and die and die by being this monk. Be it bad, suffering, the worst you will ever suffer. Nobody wants to go where hell is. Nobody wants to go because it will be suffering forever. No sleep, no eat, no nothing, nothing of God. No rest, no nothing of God. No happiness, no friends, no family, no nothing. Okay? And God, that's why God wouldn't have sent Jesus to suffer on that cross and humiliated so much if it wasn't emergent. It's really emergency for us human beings. But this is the part, and this is something important also I have to say. We are alive. This is a this is called like a training. And during the training, we get tested often. We get education, like we go to school, we learn different things. We get education watching our parents, learning to speak, and different things like that. Um, for education, let me just mention language. How we know we are created by God, and God. He's very organized, and he's very. You talk about the computer is a lot. He's 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 amazing. Okay, so for example, language: English, Spanish, French, Italian. All the languages have a lot of the words are similar, like education. Education in Spanish is educación. It's the same, only one letter is different. In English is a T, education, and in Spanish is a C, educación. And in French, not much different. And all the languages, not one word, not two words, not 5 words, not 10 words. A lot of the words, many of the words have similar spellings. They might pronounce a little different, but it's very similar. And I also guess it's the same with the Asian languages. So we have a creator. All right, don't let nobody fool you. The devil is a liar. And he's fooling a lot of people who allow him to. Okay, that's education. Okay, wisdom. Wisdom is that's also wisdom, right? But wisdom is information, right from wrong. We learn that from our pastors, our mothers and fathers, and it's also found in reading or listening to the Bible. Some people cannot read, but they can listen. And God has given us in the end times, because there's millions and billions of people on the earth, He gave us these cell phones. A lot of people lose their life for us to have these cell phones, because a lot of people had to take the dirt, and in Africa and different places in India, most they suffer a lot for us to have these cell phones. All right, we have these cell phones. It's all over the world. The poorest person has a cell phone, and God had given us the internet, which is like a miracle. It is a pure miracle. We have the internet. Okay, we could be anywhere and we could get communication. Okay, according to the cell phone we have. Okay, so we have information. We can listen to the Bible. God is amazing. We can listen to the Bible anywhere in the bathroom. We could use it. We could listen to it while if we're too busy. A lot of people say they're too busy. You can listen to it while you're using the bathroom. So we really, all you do is put it on and put it on the, go and get your Bible gateway and just listen to the Bible on your cell phone. Okay? So we have no excuse. Most of us have no excuse. A lot of us have no excuse. All right? To get wisdom. Okay, another wisdom point is the Bible in Genesis 34 verse 7, it says straight, read it for yourself. I didn't know that until I asked God forgiveness of my sins. I was on the bus. I used to work in the courthouse at that time and taking the bus to work. And I was like, I asked forgiveness of my sin, and I opened the Bible and I saw Exodus 34 verse 7. Now, if I didn't walk with the Bible in and go on the bus, I might never seen this. And now I understand more. There's wisdom, because we get wisdom from the Bible. It says, Exodus 34 verse 7, it says, it says, I haven't said this verse for a long time. It says, I forgive sins, iniquity, and transgression, but in no way I clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity unto the third and fourth generation. So he forgives sins, iniquity, and transgression, but in no way he clear the guilty. So if you're guilty, if you are, he forgives, but in no way he clears it. So you are going to suffer for he forgives. That forgiveness is not for this earth, it's for hell. But for this earth, whatever you sow, you reap. Okay? Whatever we do in this training, we suffer the consequences. All right? If we live like an animal, we die like an animal. We can ask God to forgive us and we go into heaven. Yes, we got that $10 and we go into heaven. But what we did on the earth, we are going to suffer the consequences. So a lot of people taking their life and just doing anything. They're drinking a lot, alcohol destroying their bodies, destroying their families, hurting their wives, their husband, their children, their mother, their father. Many people, when they're drunk, the spirit take over. Even in the bottle, it says, this bottle contains spirits. If you read the alcohol bottle, it really says it. The alcohol bottle says this bottle contains spirit. So when you drink that, the devil is having fun. Okay, so we gotta be wiser than a serpent, but kind as a dove, as Jesus had said. That's where wisdom come in. We get wisdom from the Bible. We might be, and this is understanding. We might be confused, but we need to put things in perspective. Know that we don't have all the answers in this world, but if we have found faith in God, we would know that we are taken care of by our we are taken care of. Okay, I I wrote this quickly. Well, I wrote this. Um, and we are expected to trust. Okay, we are taken care of by God, and we are expected to trust and obey the Almighty God. Holy, holy is His name. and know, and one day we would understand more. All right. Um, so this is only a test. When we get out of here, when everything we leave, everything, our spirit is going. That's why when I had the vision, when I was just praying to God for a long time. I haven't prayed. I mean, I was praying for. I was in pain, so I was like, Father, okay. And He pulled me up in the air so fast, faster than lightning. It was really fast. I was up on the air, laying under the clouds, and I saw the clouds. I'm like, what? And as soon as I see that, like he just pulled me up, and I wasn't asleep. I was just awake praying, but my eyes was closed, and I went up in the air that fast, like a lightning. This happened to me like about 3 months ago. All right. So Jesus is coming. We have to be ready. The test is almost finished. Everybody has a test. They have 120 years, 19 years, 50 years. Some people have 64 years of test, of training. And the test, we get tests during the year, and then everything is finished. So this is, a lot of people think, oh, this is just to have fun. Yeah, you would be going to training, going drinking, having fun, just having fun, not thinking of God. This is only a test. Okay, people? And we all are brothers and sisters keepers. If you know anything, share it with me, because everything we learn from each other. We learn from God, we learn from each other, what put us in each other's path, and is to help each other, not to hurt each other, not to criticize each other. Because um I mightn't be able to use the information you give me right today, but I might be able to use it tomorrow. And the same thing with you. You mightn't be able to use the information I give you today, but don't despise it, because you never know if you might need it tomorrow. And just before the end of your task, your time on earth, you might be able to use it and be able to go to heaven. Because if you throw it away and just and also, if God send people in our way to share information, and we reject them and treat them bad, He mightn't send them again to help us. So we have to appreciate each other. All right, and turning out, and let me get ready for work, and have a wonderful day. And thank you again for listening. Goodbye for now. God bless.